Hey friends, you might be able to tell by how I'm dressed that I'm a pretty handy dude. And I'll say handy dudes and handy dudettes can be very hard to get gifts for. I just want to go through some stuff that I think any handy person or aspiring handy person would appreciate. We'll go through some stuff that's kind of spendy and some stuff that's less expensive. So we'll get both ends of the spectrum. Let's just get into it. We're making a gift guide. Holiday gift guide. So I'm going to clear out my pockets and show you the three things I'm always carrying, and I would never be upset if I had more of them. In fact, I've been buying myself more, but if my kids are watching, you can buy me more of this stuff. One of them is this Milwaukee. This is called a Milwaukee Fastback. It is a multi-tool utility knife. So I'm always using my box cutter at work, at home, wherever. I use it more than I ever would a pocket knife. They make these in a pocket knife version. What's really unique about them is that they also have a screwdriver built into them. So I'm always fiddling with stuff, always fixing stuff. Look at this. I've got a screwdriver always on hand built into my pocket knife. Milwaukee's a great one. This is one of my favorites. I did a video comparing these. But Klein is another company that makes one that I think is pretty awesome. So it also has a screwdriver on the back, a bit holder. So if your person in your life's kind of gadgety, they might like this, but it's still got the box cutter on it. And if we're trying to really save some space, maybe somebody doesn't like to have a ton of stuff in their pocket, this is called a slide winder. So still a little utility knife with like a prying edge, a little lanyard hole, and a little Phillips head screwdriver on the end. So this you could also use for a flathead. So these are like my favorite things in the world. Also in my pocket at all times is these little mini Knipex pliers. I'm always bending stuff with them, grabbing stuff with them. This is one of the greatest tools ever made. It's easy to put in your pocket, it's super lightweight, but it's not cheap. If you're on a budget and you do want to get somebody something like this, WorkPro makes one just like it. So it'll resize just like the Knipex does, and it's like a third or a quarter of the price of this thing. I'm super happy with this. I've been carrying one of these around for a few weeks. It's just as fun to use as this one. So if you're going to splurge and buy the fancy German, go for it. But you can get this as well. I'm going to have links to all these things in the description of the video. The next thing I'm always carrying on me is a flashlight. This is my favorite flashlight in the world, and I'm really upset because I just jumped out of the truck and busted this end off, so I ordered another one. This is called a V-Tiger. What is unique about this little tiny flashlight is that it's so high powered. It's like 3,000 lumens. Normally a pen light or a pocket light's like 200 or 300 lumens. 300 lumens and it's really, or 3,000 lumens, and it's really inexpensive. It doesn't do any of the annoying flashing or anything. It's just got a button that turns it on, turns it off, and the button is magnetic, which is really handy to have a magnet in your pocket. Usually I take the pocket clips off of these things, but this one has a unique clip that comes backwards and lets you mount it on your hat to use like a flashlight on your head, like a headlamp. I hate carrying around headlamps, but I already have this in my pocket. It's great. There are other versions of this pocket flashlight, but I would really recommend the V-Tiger. It's an awesome light. I wouldn't care if I had 5 of them. They make them in different colors. That's kind of fun. Now, a tool that's really taken the internet by storm is this one. It's a Klein Tools screwdriver. And Klein Tools is really good at making things that have multi-purposes. This screwdriver has a reversible end on it, so you can flip it over and you have a Phillips head or a flat head. This is a really high quality screwdriver for the money, but it is really inexpensive. You can never have too many screwdrivers, believe me. This is called a JIS end. It's a little different than a normal Phillips head. It holds onto screws better. What's really cool about this is you could add other stuff onto it to make it a kind of better gift. So Railer makes this set of different kinds of screwdriver heads, and they'll fit inside of the screwdriver. So now we've got like 10 kinds of screwdrivers in one. And this really nice ball end here is really comfortable to use. So this thing will clip onto like a tool bag or something. You've got a ton of different options for different screwdrivers. If you wanted as well, Railer makes one of these, which is really cool. So this is a clip. You don't have to carry around like 10 screwdriver ends. Maybe you just want to carry a couple. It'll carry them for you. So again, you can clip this on your tool bag or whatever when you're doing a job. It's really easy to release these and then put them on this Klein screwdriver. I really love this driver. Now something I'm absolutely crazy about, again, is a multi-tool. This is an Icon ratcheting screwdriver kit. I've done videos on these. I did a roundup of every one of them in existence at the time. This Icon set beat everybody. So the idea here is you have a million different screwdriver bits with this tiny little handle. So if we're working in really small spaces, we can fit in there with this tool. And it ratchets. So this thing is just a really good multi-purpose tool. It's got a swivel head. Just really cool things about it. I could go on and on and on about it. I won't because we're in a hurry, but I really could. If you don't have a Harbor Freight near you, where you can get this Icon ratcheting screwdriver set, I just picked this one up from Klein Tools, and it's got basically all the same stuff, a whole bunch of bits and a ratcheting handle. But what's cool about these is they're impact rated, so if you want to use them in an impact gun or just really beat on them hard, they'll hold up to the abuse. And this case is really slim. You could actually put it in your pocket if you wanted to. So if you're going into a crawl space or into an attic and you don't really know what you're going to get into when you get in there, this is something you could have in your pocket to help you screw or unscrew something really easily. And again, the price on this is incredible. It's part of a thing called the Klein Mod Box, which is a bunch of boxes that'll stack together. It's a really cool modular system. Awesome, awesome toolkit for like a little multi-tool kit. Now, one other tool I started using a lot this year is also from Harbor Freight. This is a slip joint needle nose pliers. It used to be you could only buy these from Snap-on, but now you can get them at Harbor Freight. So if you have a Harbor Freight near you, this is an awesome tool that the handy person in your life might not have in their toolkit yet, but if they do, they'll want more of them. It's just a really cool, resizable needle nose pliers, really unique tool. If you don't have a Harbor Freight near you, WorkPro does make a version of it. They sell it on Amazon. It's really inexpensive. It kind of does the same tricks that this thing does, but it's just a unique tool. So if you're buying that special person in your life something a little unique, this is one of those kind of unique tools that are really handy. A needle nose pliers is always super useful, but it's a little unique because you can resize it and grip onto stuff that you normally couldn't grip onto with a normal set of needle nose pliers. Really, really cool thing to have. Now, as I've been going, I've been putting all this stuff in my tool bag. And I will say this tool bag is not inexpensive. This is like a big splurge if you're really trying to get that handy person in your life something special. This is a tool bag from Vito. Vito Pro Pack makes the best tool bags in the world. It's got 1 million pockets on it. It'll store 1 million tools. The insides of this thing are modular, so you can change out different pocket systems in it. I mean, everything I need to do on the house is in this bag. So this is all I need inside the house to do any repair I need to do. It has a second side on it. I put my little power tools in the back. It is amazing how much room this thing has. This is a huge splurge, you know. If your dad or your grandpa is just always coming out and helping you fix stuff, this is a great way to show them that you consider them a pro. It is really expensive though. What's not expensive on it is another one of my favorite tools, which is this pencil. Let me show you this. So this is called a Pica pen. I think this is German. Basically, it's just a mechanical pencil that's super light. You stab it in here to sharpen it. You just never have enough pencils on you. And this thing won't weigh you down. You can clip it on your pocket. It's not going to feel like you're holding something that's 20 pounds. It's just super easy to use. You can never have enough pencils, and I can guarantee you, if you've got a handy person in your life, they'll love this for a lot of reasons. One of the big reasons is that this is so thin right here. It can fit through holes. So for marking where a picture frame needs to go, hanging something on the wall, this will fit through that hole and mark on the wall where that hole goes. Now, this has always been my favorite, but I just picked up another one from Klein Tools. We're getting into Klein a lot today. And the reason I really like this Klein Tools is because it's triangular. So if you drop it somewhere, it won't go rolling away, whereas the Pica is round. It could roll away. So I'm kind of really liking this one. It's pretty new to the market as far as I know. Still has a good clip on it. Still really easy to pull this pen out. So you just put it in your pocket, pull your pencil out. Both of these are really great gifts for a handy person in your life. Okay, I got a couple more ideas over here. And these are all about organization. So this is a air hose reel that holds a whole bunch of air hose and then retracts. This is a great space saver in the shop. This is one of my favorite things I've ever gotten. It makes it so I don't have to have this big mess of hoses like this laying all over on the ground and tripping me. So if the person in your life has a big air compressor like that, or a little one like that, even if they already have one of these, they can use another one, because you always want air that's here, way over there somewhere. It's really nice to have a retractable hose reel. And when we're trying to stay organized as well, stinking extension cords are the bane of my existence, but I have to have them. These cord wraps, you can never have enough of them. It's a great gift. Somebody will never be upset about getting. Now, something I started doing this year was welding. And I found out they make these welders that you don't have to have special electrical to work. They'll work on just a normal plug-in. I'll put a link to a couple welders that'll work on a regular plug-in. If you've got somebody in your life who you think might want to weld something sometime, they are pretty inexpensive and very useful. These welders are amazing. So I'll put a link to a few of these welders that'll work on regular power outlets. All right, we're going to go over to the other shop real quick. I've got just a couple more ideas that I think are really worthwhile for, that handy person in your life that you love. If you really love somebody, get them a dog. Just don't even tell them you're doing it. Just surprise them. This is that Klein Tools mod box setup that I was kind of talking about. It has all sorts of tools that go on the side. This is a bit of a personal preference thing. I wouldn't go out and buy somebody a mod box setup for Christmas or whatever. But if you've ever snuck out to this special person's toolbox and you opened it up and it looked like a complete horror show, it is okay to buy them organization stuff. There's a lot of different kinds. So like these are my sockets in here. And what has really made my life better is having organization for these sockets. These socket organizers are something anybody would love. It makes it so much easier to do your jobs when all of your sockets are organized. So maybe you're not buying somebody a socket set, but buying little socket organizers is something that would really be appreciated. I like these ones because it's easy to tell what all my sizes are. They have little magnets in them that kind of hold on to my sockets, but there's different kinds of socket holders out there. There's rails like this that I'll use when I'm grabbing just a couple sockets. And I'll just have all my sockets on here, and it's magnetic, and I'll go put it on the hood of my car. So these magnetic socket rails are actually a really great thing for somebody who's into tools and whatnot. But yeah, just overall, socket organization is something that can really get out of hand. And I don't think anybody would ever be let down if they got something so cool as this to help them organize their lives. Next drawer down is one of my other favorite organizers. This is a wrench organizer, because again, people always just throw their wrenches in their boxes and don't know these exist. These are a pretty unique gift. I can grab all my wrenches in my hand and walk away with them like that. Or I can screw this to the wall. This is a really nice way to organize your wrenches. There's a couple of different brands that make them. And I'll, again, put a link in the description of the video. This one's magnetic on the back, which is kind of cool. That one's made by WorkPro. This is made by Ernst. Ernst is a US company. I really like this one, but they're both pretty good. Then the next drawer down is my favorite thing. Oops, not that drawer. That one's a little messy. Next drawer down is my favorite thing. Here it is. This is a pliers organizer. Pliers laying on their side take up a ton of space. Putting them up on end saves a lot of space. See this? If these were all laying on their sides, I wouldn't be able to fit them in this drawer. Now, some of these I can't use in this pliers organizer, but most of them I can. This, again, is made by Ernst. I've got some made by WorkPro. I'll, again, link these in the description of the video. There's that Snap-on needle nose pliers that I was talking about. These are really pricey. You don't have to buy them. You can buy the less expensive ones, believe me. They're just as good. All right, two more things that I think are insanely useful. One of them's in the garage that we're cleaning out right now. Where'd my lights go in here? There we go. So this is a garage that we're cleaning out. We're just right in the middle of it. It had been full of stuff for a long time. But one of my favorite things is right up here. Let's see if I can get a light on it. Right here. So this is a retractable extension cord reel. Doesn't seem like much until you don't have power somewhere and you're tired of tripping over extension cords. So right now I've got it hooked to some temporary shop lights up here. But this thing will swivel all over the place. It's got a 50-foot extension cord reel on it, or extension cord in it. There's 3 outlets on this thing, and it's lighted so you know when it's live. This is just one of the most useful things I've ever gotten. I just put it up and away so it's not in my way, but when I need power all the way at the other side of the garage, that thing's there for me. Extension cord reel for the win. Speaking of reels, let's show you one other. It's a rainy, nasty day. This right here, this hose reel, we do a lot of gardening out here. I love reels. This thing's wonderful. These used to be really expensive. Now you can get them pretty inexpensively. I'll put a link to a couple of these in the description. Same idea as the air hose reel and the extension cord reel. It's a garden hose reel, so you can get water over there and reel the hose back into here. And just reel it back in. And then you're not tripping over hoses all day long. It's just right there. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you saw some stuff in there that you might find useful for that handy person in your life. Again, I'll have links to all these in the description of the video. I'll have a big old like Amazon wish list thing. Check it out. We'll see ya.